Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our latest updates and reports from around South Africa. Today, we have quite a shocking and disappointing story that has left many South Africans shaking their heads. A police officer has reportedly been caught red-handed transporting drugs for a known gangster, and here's the part that really stings: he was using an official police van. Stay tuned till the end to hear all the sources and verify this news for yourself. Now, when people talk about corruption, it's usually something we imagine happening behind closed doors. But this one? It was out in the open. According to reports, a uniformed police officer from the Western Cape was intercepted during a late-night stop-and-search operation. Officers from an internal anti-narcotics unit pulled over the police van after receiving an anonymous tip-off that it was being used to transport illegal substances. Inside, they found several sealed packets of tick and cocaine hidden under the back seat, the kind of quantity you don't just carry for a friend's birthday party. What made the scene even more unbelievable is that the driver behind the wheel was not some random suspect. It was a fully uniformed police officer, reportedly stationed in the Cape Flats area. Investigators say the drugs were being delivered to a local gangster who has been on the radar of the Hawks for months. The officer allegedly admitted that he was being paid to move the drugs using a police vehicle because it would easily bypass roadblocks and avoid suspicion. Now, imagine that. The same police van meant to protect citizens, being used to move narcotics. It's no wonder South Africans are furious. Communities have long accused some police officers of being part of the problem rather than the solution, and this incident seems to reinforce that concern. The police department has since confirmed that an internal investigation is underway. The officer in question has been suspended pending the outcome of the disciplinary process and criminal charges. The police spokesperson said that while the actions of one officer do not represent the entire force, such behavior cannot be tolerated and must be rooted out to protect the integrity of the service. But let's be honest, the damage to public trust has already been done. People in many communities, especially in the Western Cape, have been living in constant fear of gangs and drug lords. When the police, who are supposed to protect the people, start working with those very criminals, it destroys whatever confidence remains. Several residents in the area told reporters that they were not even surprised. One woman said that corruption within the police has become so common that people are no longer shocked when they hear about it. Another man from Mitchell's Plain said that it's hard to report crimes when you're not sure whether the officer taking your statement is working with the same criminals you're complaining about. This story has also reignited conversations about the state of policing in South Africa. Many are calling for stricter vetting processes, better monitoring of police vehicles, and tougher penalties for officers caught in corrupt activities. It's not the first time something like this has happened. There have been previous cases where police officers were found escorting drug shipments, leaking information to gangsters, or even selling confiscated narcotics back into the streets. A few months ago, a similar scandal broke out in KwaZulu-Natal, where a police sergeant was arrested after being found with heroin packets inside his official car. Investigators later discovered that he had been running errands for a drug boss who paid him monthly in cash. It seems like the problem isn't just one province, it's part of a much deeper issue of corruption that needs a real cleanup. The South African Police Service has said it remains committed to rooting out bad elements within its ranks. They reminded the public that most officers serve with honor and dedication, risking their lives daily to keep the country safe. And that's true, there are many hardworking men and women in uniform who genuinely care about their communities. But as many South Africans will tell you, it only takes a few rotten apples to make the whole basket smell bad. Community activists are urging the Minister of Police to take decisive action. They're calling for independent oversight, regular lie detector tests, and surprise audits on officers who handle high-risk duties or drive official vehicles. Some have even suggested that police vehicles should be fitted with tracking systems to ensure they are not used for criminal purposes. On social media, South Africans have been venting their frustration and disbelief. One user wrote that the situation has gotten so bad that criminals now have better delivery services than Uber. Another joked that it's no wonder roadblocks take so long, the police are busy checking each other's vans instead of ours. The jokes might make people laugh, but beneath the humor lies deep disappointment and anger. This whole incident serves as a reminder of how fragile public trust is. South Africans want to believe in their police force, but when headlines like these keep popping up, it becomes harder to do so. People are tired of hearing isolated incidents every time a new scandal surfaces. They want to see accountability and actual change, not just statements and suspensions. Still, there is hope. The arrest of this officer shows that there are still good people in the system, colleagues who refused to look the other way and decided to act. It also sends a message that corruption, no matter who you are or what uniform you wear, will eventually come to light. And maybe this is the part where we can laugh just a little. Because really, if you think about it, driving around with drugs in a police van is the definition of hiding in plain sight. Whoever thought that plan would work clearly didn't think about how suspicious it is for a police vehicle to be hanging around a gangster's house at midnight. That's not undercover work, that's just bad decision-making with a badge. Thank you so much for listening till the end. If you enjoyed this report or you care about accountability and justice, please like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to stay informed. All images used in this video are for illustration purposes only. News sources: Times Live, News 24, IOL, and Daily Maverick.